Welcome to Maritime Pakistan, your gateway to the fascinating world of oceans and the opportunities they present to every one of us. Our goal is to explore the shared heritage of the seas and oceans to achieve global prosperity. Today, we're exploring the higher education opportunities available at the United States Merchant Marine Academy at Kings Point, New York. Okay, let's dive right in. This place is special, and to understand why, you gotta start with their motto, Acta non verba. It's Latin, and it means deeds, not words. And that's not just some fancy phrase they put on a plaque. It is the absolute core of everything they do. It's all about practical, hands-on experience, not just sitting in a classroom. So here's the big question, right? How on earth does one single school manage to give its graduates a full Bachelor of Science degree, a professional license to command the biggest ships on the planet, and a military commission all in just 4 years? I mean, that's a combination you just don't see anywhere else, and it's what we're going to unpack today. So, how do they pull it off? Well, it all comes down to what's known as the triple credential. This isn't just about getting a college degree. It's about getting a powerful head start on a global career. So when you graduate, and by the way, students there are called midshipmen, you walk away with this incredible 3-for-1 deal. First, you get your Bachelor of Science degree. Second, you get a U.S. Coast Guard license to be an officer on any ship of any size anywhere in the world. And third, you get commissioned as an officer in the U.S. Armed Forces Reserve. It's a huge deal. Now, this is where it gets really practical. Right in your freshman year, you have to choose your path. Are you going to be a decky or an engineer? If you go deck, you're focused on navigation, cargo, the whole operation of the ship. If you go engine, you're all about what makes it go, the propulsion, the systems. And check this out. 2 of the engineering majors are ABET accredited. That is the gold standard for engineering, which opens up even more career paths onshore later on. Okay, now for what I think is the most incredible part of the whole program, something called Sea Year. This is where that motto, deeds not words, gets very, very real. Think about this for a second. Every single midshipman has to spend a minimum of 360 days at sea. That's basically a full year of your life spent on working vessels, out on the ocean, learning the ropes in the real world. That is a massive commitment. And look, this is not your typical summer internship fetching coffee. No way. This is a core part of the curriculum. You're out there working as a cadet, and you have to complete these super intensive assignments called sea projects, which force you to connect what you're doing on the ship directly back to what you learned in the classroom. Your training out there is super specific too. To get that unlimited license, you need to prove you can handle the biggest and the most powerful ships out there. So deck majors, you're all about size. You have to get your sea time on massive vessels. Engine folks, it's all about raw power. You're training on ships with the most powerful engines. All right, so you're probably thinking, this sounds amazing, but how in the world do I get in? Well, buckle up, because the admissions process is a real marathon, not a sprint. It's way more involved than your typical college application. It's really a 3-part quest. First, you have to get a congressional nomination. Second, you submit your actual application to the academy. And third, you have to pass some seriously tough medical and physical fitness exams from the Department of Defense. This first part is maybe the biggest hurdle for most people. You can't just apply. First, you have to be nominated by a member of the U.S. Congress from your home state. Getting that nomination is a competitive process all by itself, and that's before the academy even looks at your file. And you cannot procrastinate on this. I mean, look at this timeline. The best time to even ask for a nomination is back in May of your junior year of high school. Everything is on a strict deadline, so you absolutely have to start early. Now, let's switch gears for a second and talk to our international viewers, because there is a path for you too. It's a fantastic opportunity, but you need to know the specific rules. So we get this question all the time. Can someone who's not a U.S. citizen attend the Merchant Marine Academy? And the short answer is yes, but the process is different. And to be honest, it is extremely competitive. Let's pull back the curtain and see exactly what those requirements are, because they're very specific. Understanding them is absolutely key if you want to have a shot. Okay, pay close attention here. First off, the numbers are tight. We're talking a maximum of 30 international students in the entire academy at any given time. So it's tough. The good news? You don't need to worry about that congressional nomination. The biggest thing to know, though, is the financial part. you have to prove you can pay for the entire education yourself because there's no U.S. financial aid available. So you've made it through, you've graduated, but your journey isn't over, not by a long shot. In fact, in many ways, it's just beginning. Now comes the service obligation. Think of it like this. The U.S. government gives you this incredible, world-class education. In return, you sign a legally binding contract, promising to use that education to serve the country's needs for years after you toss your cap in the air. So what does that service actually look like? Well, it's basically 3 different promises you have to keep, all at the same time. For 5 years, you have to work in the maritime industry, either at sea or in an approved job ashore. For 6 years, you have to keep your license active and even upgrade it. And for a full 8 years, you have to maintain your commission in the military reserve. It is a serious, long-term commitment. So after all that, the real question is, are you up for it? The path through the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy is, without a doubt, one of the toughest you can choose. But it creates leaders who are ready for anything, prepared to serve a critical need in our global economy. It's a journey that truly embodies deeds, not words. We hope that you liked today's video. Please share your comments and subscribe to explore other similar opportunities. Post your questions in the comment section for future videos.